What's up, you guys? Welcome back, and welcome if you're new. I hope you guys have been enjoying these Auxbeam product installs, and today we're going to be installing another Auxbeam product. We're going to be installing the 32-inch LED light bar that goes inside the bumper here. And right here, Ben's Tech has the Cali raised brackets that we're going to need to mount this light bar. So we're going to go ahead and show you exactly what you need, as always, and how easy this is to install. So let's go ahead and get to it. Alright, so if you guys remember in our last install when we did the ditch lights, the Auxbeam harness with the switch button did not fit on the Tacoma, so we did have to get a Cali raised button. So in the next week's video, we're going to show you exactly how to install Cali raised button onto the Auxbeam wire harness, and we're also going to be installing Cali raised little switch pod, so you could insert the switches here and make it for a clean install. So stay tuned to that video as well. And if you're not subscribed, make sure you're subscribed. Alright, so the first step, you want to get your 10mm socket with your wrench, and we're going to go ahead and remove, there's two bolts, one here and one on the opposite side as well. And then after doing so, there's also two clips. You just got to get your panel removal tool and pretty much remove this clip, and there's one exactly on the opposite side as well. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do, and then we'll go from there. So on the next step, you want to be careful. If your car is a 2018, this one does carry sensors in the grill. So you just want to be careful and kind of unclip them. You'll see them in the back. And then once you've done so, we're just going to pretty much pump off the grill, and it's that easy. So up next, you want to go ahead and get your panel removal tool, or you could just use a flathead screwdriver, doesn't matter. And if you see there's a little clip here, that's what we're going to go ahead and remove. Alright, once you remove this little bolt, so pretty much now there's a little clip here. You just tug back, comes off. After that, there's one down there. You just kind of tug back and play with it. Once we remove this, we're not putting this back on the vehicle, so just keep that in mind. Alright, so now that we've done the driver's side, we're going to go ahead and do the same steps to the passenger side. So now that we removed these, we're going to go ahead and remove the inner bolt on both sides. So this bolt and this bolt. And then I'll go ahead and show you what's next. Alright, we're going to go ahead and use a size 14 and remove the inner bolt, like I said. I think I need Josh's string. Next, you want to go ahead and get your brackets. Like I said, we use the Cali raised brackets. They're good quality. So pretty much the driver's side goes exactly like this. This bottom piece here, it's going to go connected to the cross member. Alright, so once the bracket is installed as exactly as we have it, pretty much what we're going to do is reinstall the bolt that goes here onto the cross member. And then you want to go ahead and look up here, and then you're going to go ahead and get these are provided with the Cali raised brackets. You want to go ahead and get the lock washer, a washer, and the bolt that's provided. And we're going to go ahead and install this top piece first, and I'll go ahead and show you how that looks. So you get the bolt, lock washer, washer. You're going to have another washer and a bolt. Let's go ahead and install this. Alright. You get your washer. You get your bolt. And then you get your bolt that you had took off from the cross member, and you just go ahead and put it back. Keep in mind, we're not tightening these all the way yet until we get the light bar situated and see how it's going to fit. Alright, once we got the brackets all situated, we do need to move the transcooler back. So there is 2 bolts, 1 bolt there and 1 bolt on the other side. I'm going to go ahead and unscrew those, and we're going to push this back a little bit just so we could get the light bar in. Once we get the light bar in, we could bring this back and reinstall it. I'll go ahead and show you. So these are the bolts we're going to remove from the transcooler. And like I said, once we get the light bar in, we can go ahead and reinstall this transcooler back together. So once you've installed the first bracket, we're doing the driver's side bracket first. Make sure you don't reinstall. Make sure you don't install the other bracket. And now that we've also moved the transcooler, now we can go ahead and fit the Auxbeam light bar in, and it should go in easily. Alright, so now that we have the light bar just sitting on the cross member right now, we're gonna go ahead and install the bracket on the passenger side. Now we have both brackets installed. The light bar is just sitting here for now. I'm going to go ahead and reinstall the transcooler. Alright, so when you're going to go ahead and install the light bar, the bolt and the washer does come provided with the actual Auxbeam light bar. So we're going to be installing this next. Alright, so when installing the LED light bar, included comes the hardware. So you see this little rubber mat. So pretty much you're going to have your light bar. It's going to go on this. And then right here's your bracket. And then on the other side of the bracket, you get these bolts. And pretty much it screws in and you tighten up the LED bar. So I'll go ahead and show you how that looks. Alright, so looking inside, so here's the light bar. Right in the middle of this is that rubber garment, the rubber spacer that I showed you guys. Here's the bracket, and on the other side is where you insert the bolt and pretty much screw it into the LED bar. So we're doing that to the other side right now. Alright, so like Ben's Tech let you guys know, it is best to have a buddy to help you guys out on this install. It just makes it a lot easier, a lot more convenient. But now that we have everything pretty much installed, all we got to do now is pretty much bolt everything down and wire the harness, and that's pretty much it for the install. So let's go ahead and get to it. Alright, so now that the bracket and the LED is installed, we're going to go ahead and wire up the wires. I put a zip tie here just to keep the wire from jiggling around. So we've ran it under through this big hole here, through this hole here, and here's the wiring. Now we're going to go ahead and wire everything up, and we'll show you from there. Alright, so what I've done here is pretty much just install quick connects, because on the actual wire harness from Auxbeam, it already has these female quick connects. So it's just going to be for a plug and play action. You can purchase these at AutoZone for super cheap. So,
and as you know, like always, test it before you do the rest.
Test before you
press,
I guess. Less.
Press the button.
Rhymes? Rhymes for days? Where's the button go? Alright, moment of truth. Woo! I'm just kidding. Damn, that looks good. Damn, this is bright! Look at it right in the...
Look at my wall back there.
I know. Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck.
Alright, so now that we know that it does actually work, we're going to go ahead and wire everything correctly and just make sure everything's nice and tucked and clean. Alright, so now that I have the quick connects, I'm going to go ahead and connect it. And now that we've also tested it and know it works, I'm going to go ahead and connect it as well. So, of course, red goes with red and black goes with black. And even though they're waterproof, I am going to put some black tape just to secure it for sure. Alright, so now that I have the wiring all situated and through the firewall, I'll go ahead and show you that right now. But I'm going to first put the grill back since I already know the light bar does work since I tested it. I'm going to go ahead and put the grill back. I'll show you that process and then we'll go inside and I'm going to explain to you what I'm going to be doing to the actual switch that came with it. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and put the grill back. This is easy. I mean, it's pretty much exactly the way you took it off. So, should be no problem. That's simple. Now we're just going to put the 2 bolts that go here and the 2 clips that go on each side and pretty much the front is done. So I'm going to go ahead and put the clips back. Super simple. Pop in, clip, pop in, clip. Now the 2 bolts that were right here. Super simple. Show you the wiring now. Alright, so as far as the wiring, pretty much this is the one from the ditch lights that we installed the other week. So it's going to go through the same thing. I put it through this hole. It's running through here. I'm going to go ahead and connect that there. And then as far as the relay, I have it here. I still need to purchase my Cali raised bracket. I believe that's who makes it. So that way I can put my relays all in one. And then we've ran it through the firewall. You want to go ahead and use a metal hanger to get the wire through. Once the wire is through, I'll go ahead and show you from the inside. So once it's inside, you could always just tuck this wire in and put this little switch anywhere you want. I don't like this switch. This is another one of Auxbeam's, and it's, to me, I really don't like it. I'll be honest, it looks kind of funny looking. Alright, so if you want to stay tuned to next week's video, like I said in the beginning of the video, we're going to go ahead and install Cali raised bracket for the OEM switches, which is going to go here. And then I got the Cali raised OEM switch for the Tacoma, which is going to go here. So it's going to be for a clean install, and I'm going to have all my switches in one spot. So if you guys remember when I installed my ditch lights, I had put it here. So once I have this installed, I'm going to go ahead and move it there. Just like I said, that way I have all of them in one switch. So it'll make it for a lot easier, and you'll see what I'm talking about if you stay tuned until next week's video. So as far as today's install, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys are new, make sure to subscribe because there's going to be more videos, of course, coming out every single week. So once again, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys next time. Peace. That's it. What?
I didn't record.
You're lying. Are you serious?
I hope we can do that again.
I could.
Okay.
But are you serious?
No.
Alright, so as you could tell, it's pitch black. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the 32-inch light bar, and so you can see how bright it is. Alright, so just remember it is a budget build type of light bar, but as you can tell, it lights up a lot. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my ditch lights. Those are really powerful, as you can tell as well. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the light bar. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the ditch lights. Light bar, ditch lights, light bar. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get some front shots. That way you guys get to see it from the front side as well.